How about this, Will? This one made me laugh a little bit. I had a little chuckle when I saw this one.
Yeah.
Apple's, Apple's coming out with another laptop, supposedly a 16-inch laptop, which is a different scale for them. Maybe OLED. Everybody's excited. Finally, a new design. Maybe a new keyboard. Modern MacBook Pro. Well, Huawei, they had an event, and they launched their very own 16-inch laptop. You know what they call it? The MagicBook Pro. Yeehaw! The MagicBook Pro, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about you. Like, as far as I'm concerned, that looks nothing like a MacBook Pro. So I don't even know why 9to5Mac is talking about it. Come on, that's comedic at this point. What are we doing out here? I get it. It works. It works, but can we, like, mix it up a little bit? Will. Sheesh.
Trying to confuse consumers.
Yeah, straight up confusion. I'm confused. Wait a minute. Do I want the MacBook Pro or the MagicBook Pro? I can't remember because Magic sounds fun. So I can't remember. Oh, my goodness. So they legit have this event. They call it the MagicBook Pro. It's also 16 inches. They beat the 16-inch MacBook Pro to market, obviously, by a bunch. As they do, they catch the inside information and they beat them to market. They go, 16-inch laptop. Yeah, we'll drum up one of those babies in a couple minutes. We'll go back to the boardroom. We'll drop one of those babies. Look at the font on MagicBook. How dare you? Good Lord. Like, I'm all for everybody playing the game. I'm all for it. And, everybody deserves to. But, geez, when it's 1-to-1 like that, I mean, it's practically like you hopped on AliExpress and you typed in MacBook clone and you got one of those generic clone versions. That's how similar it looks. Now, interestingly enough, this particular, for the record, whatever, I don't even use a MacBook. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to defend Apple here. I'm just saying, like, you're lying to yourself if you look at that and you don't see a MacBook. And then they call it MagicBook. In case you want to give them the benefit of doubt, they call it MagicBook. And it's 16 inches before the rumored 16. So just like, let's be honest, what's going on here is pretty obvious. But interestingly enough, even though they put the Pro designation in there, this likely won't be a Pro performer because it's going to have the 15-watt Intel CPU in there, which would give you actually similar performance to the MacBook Air. Not the Pro series, which, as you know, has the higher spec processing power. That said, because of that low power consumption CPU, this is probably going to be thinner and lighter than whatever Apple eventually calls their 16-inch MacBook Pro. So you might be picking up the two and saying, what did they do? The Magic one, it's magically lighter, and you don't even look at the spec. It's quite possible, and you just assume it's pure magic. But for those of you that watch these videos, I don't think you're going to be confused by that. I think you're going to know exactly what you're looking at if you stumble upon a MagicBook Pro versus a MacBook Pro, especially when you look at the operating system. For one, you'll know there's a difference. Now, look, Huawei has made some nice laptops. Unfortunately, we haven't looked at any yet here, but they made some nice ones, and they truly have improved in some departments from a hardware perspective versus even the laptops they appear to be inspired by. But when you get this close and you make the name MagicBook and you put the big B on there, you actually do yourself a disservice, in my opinion, of drawing that parallel so close that me as a customer, I start to question where the inspiration is at all and how it is that you're perceiving your job within the technology sector. What are you out here really trying to do? You got the MagicBook with the capitalized B, just like MacBook, and you got the same font. I mean, I feel bad buying it now. I'm like, I don't want to represent myself that way. I'm not trying to have a straight up knockoff. I want to represent myself. If I'm going to associate with a brand, I want to be sort of proud of that association. So I feel like you got a good product out there. Own it. Own your product. Put your own thing on it, your own twist, some kind of remix, and definitely don't call it MagicBook with the capital B. That's my opinion, Willie. I don't know how you feel about it. That's my opinion.
No, I totally agree.
You agree with me.
But what if the hardware is amazing?
look, I think they can do it. That's the depressing part. Imagine they put it out with some other tone. Like, look at this ThinkPad. It's a little bit darker. It's almost black, but it's aluminum. Like, put out with a slightly different tone, or change the color of the keyboard a little bit. And then don't call it that. Call it the, what do they have? They have the MateBook.
Yeah, this is from Honor.
It's from Honor. So maybe they're going, they have the
book.
Honor Magic. I get it. So the phone, Honor Magic. So they go MagicBook Pro. How about just, how dare you, Will? Force me to come up with a name right now? How dare you? You're wondering what it should be called?
No, I'm just thinking the word honor is very on the nose. Right?
Honor book. Oh, Willie do. Looking deep. You're right. Where's the honor in that? Where's the honor in that? Well, first of all, do you have to have Pro in there? And do you have to have book in there? Like, can you just start from scratch?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where does the Pro come from? There's no other version of it.
It's just there because it's popular. It's there because the MacBook has it. It's there because other products have it. You start to look at the devices. The phones have it. P30 Pro, P30. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Look, I don't have a name. I'm sure I could come up with one. Like, I'm sure I could, but you're putting me on the spot here, Will. Honor. They had Brave, what used to be in the slogan. Yeah. Brave Book. I don't want to call it that. I don't even want to put book in there. I mean, if it's super thin and light, I probably would go that angle with it. Probably go somewhere in there. But what is, like, for example, what does Razer do? What's their brand? How does their branding go? Blade.
The Blade, yeah.
They called it the Blade. See, that's unique. I guess that belongs to them. The Razer Blade. I like that.
Yeah,
Honor
keep
laptop.
it simple.
Nice and simple. Honor laptop. We could go with that. Magic laptop. Even if it was just MagicBook instead of Pro, if it was just MagicBook, I feel like look, we're stuck on this now. Well, look what you did to us. What are we doing? Drumming up names here for products we don't even get to name. I'm just saying you had everything to choose from. The entire English language is what you had, and that's where you went with it. So I don't approve. It's not my style. I don't like it that much. What can I say? And I don't even use a MacBook, so I'm not particularly offended in that department. What is this that I'm using? X1 Yoga. Fine. Like, it's not even an exciting name, X1 Yoga. But at least it's unique. I can identify it right away. Oh, yeah, that's an X1 Yoga. There's certain elements. I think that's actually why I lined up with this particular brand. There's certain elements, the red line, the red dot. There's certain iconic elements to this thing still that they held on to. So you could distinguish what the choice even is. You know? Mm-hmm. Anyway, I'm getting fired up. It's unnecessary. Just call it something different next time. I don't know. No one's listening to me anyway, Will. Maybe they are. If you're listening, you got a good product, make sure people can identify it as unique. Just give it something. It's not a lot. Just put a little something in there.